She stood barefoot on the deck. As glassy water, while armed Coast Guard officers aimed rifles at her chest. But the moment their captain opened the waterproof pouch she handed him, everything stopped. Even the waves seemed to hesitate. And trust me, what he saw inside would make you freeze too. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Kindness Tales so you never miss stories that reveal the truth hidden behind ordinary heroes. Sasha Hale had spent years learning to love the ocean again. After 12 years in Special Forces operations nobody would ever know about, missions with no medals and no applause, she had retired quietly to a small marina on the East Coast, living aboard her 42-foot sailboat, Solstice. For the first time in her adult life, she could hear silence that wasn't dangerous. But that peace shattered the morning she left harbor for a 3-day solo trip. The sun was barely a gold smear on the horizon when she noticed the Coast Guard cutter tracking her. At first, she assumed it was routine, but then the loudspeakers barked across the water. "Sailboat Solstice. This is Coast Guard cutter, Logan. You are ordered to cut your engine and prepare for boarding." Sasha frowned. She had filed her route, followed regulations, and her boat was clean. She slowed down anyway, resting her hands casually on the wheel. A quick boarding wasn't unusual. The tension came when she saw the crew's posture helmets, rifles, a rigid boarding stance. Something was off. 2 officers leaped aboard, boots thudding across the deck. "Ma'am," one said sharply, "we are seizing this vessel pending investigation. Step aside and keep your hands visible." Sasha blinked. Seizing? For what? Unauthorized high-risk navigation in restricted waters. The officer snapped, though even he sounded unsure. Sasha nearly laughed. Restricted waters. She was nowhere near them, but she didn't argue. Instead, she reached calmly for the waterproof pouch tied near the cabin door. "You might want to read this before making decisions you'll regret," she said softly. The captain snatched the pouch with a scoff. "Ma'am, nothing in here will stop a federer." He opened it and froze. The color drained from his face. His mouth parted, but no words came out. Every officer on deck glanced at him, confused. He slowly lifted the card, inside dark metallic, with an engraved insignia almost no one in the country ever saw in person. "Is this real?" he whispered. Sasha shrugged. "You can call the number on the back if you want. They'll pick up on the first ring." The officer holding her at gunpoint lowered his rifle immediately. The captain swallowed so hard it echoed. "Ma'am, you served with them." "Served," she corrected, past tense. But even past tense was enough. Only a handful of people in the world carried that identification: black classified special operations personnel whose missions weren't written on paper. People who disappeared before enemies even realized danger had arrived. The kind whose service outranked almost anything in uniform without needing stars on their shoulders. The captain snapped to attention so fast, he nearly tripped. "Ma'am, we didn't know. We received a report that a suspicious vessel left the harbor. We were told it matched the description of a smuggling craft." Sasha raised an eyebrow, amused. "I bake bread and read books. I'm retired, Captain. Hardly cartel material." His embarrassment deepened. "We apologize. We'll clear your name in the system immediately." "This was a miscommunication. No harm done," she said gently. She knew young officers made mistakes. What mattered was how they corrected them. Still rattled, the captain offered a salute so crisp it belonged on a recruitment poster. His crew followed instantly. Sasha returned a casual nod, then leaned back on the railing as the Coast Guard prepared to depart. But just before stepping off, the youngest officer turned to her. "Ma'am," he said softly, "if you don't mind me asking, what does someone like you do on a little sailboat alone?" Sasha looked out at the stretching horizon. "I go where the noise can't follow me," she replied, "and where I can remember who I was before the job." The officer nodded, understanding more than she expected. When the cutter pulled away, the crew stood at attention until she vanished behind a curtain of morning fog. Sasha exhaled, feeling the ocean's calm settle back around her. No medals, no ceremony, just a quiet life finally earned one peaceful sunrise at a time. And as she steered Solstice toward open water, she knew something simple but profound. Even the strongest warriors needed a place where they could simply breathe. If you felt her courage, resilience, and quiet strength, please like this video and subscribe to Kindness Tales for more powerful stories of hidden heroes.